Good morning. Welcome to what I dub coffee thoughts. So, we're up and I just checked Luca's nap app. His naps get generated based off of how yesterday went and how he slept last night. Last night, y'all, I don't know what happened, but my boy slept 9.5 hours straight. It was amazing. Did I wake up during his times? So normally he has like specific times that his body just like wakes him up. Did I wake up during those times to like look at the monitor to be like, did he wake up? Did I not hear him? Peacefully sleeping. Barely moved last night. Usually he's all over the crib. Every time I wake up and check the monitor, he's in a new position. Last night, nope. I was like, are you still breathing? You know? Anyhow, so he went to bed at 7, which is his normal bedtime, and then he slept all the way till 4:30. So that was amazing. And then I got up and gave him boob, and he went back to sleep till 7:20. So it's somehow already 8 a.m. How? Literally, I have gotten up, I've changed his diaper, set him up to play in the back room, which miraculously he's letting me come in here and do this without screaming. In the mornings, our mornings seem to be better. He's not as clingy in the mornings right when he wakes up, so I can like drink my coffee and get some things done that I need to get done, eat breakfast really quick before I make his breakfast. But anyhow, that's all we've done, and 40 minutes has passed, so not really sure what happened there. So today has been declared a weather day in Jacksonville. I'm not really sure if like other places do this, but if bad weather's coming, they send out like a text message, they send out an alert, they let you know like, hey, bad weather's coming. They canceled all the schools today. I don't know if the city is just getting soft, which is what I told Alicia. I was like, I have storm anxiety, and when I was in school, they did not cancel school for a bad thunderstorm. If there was a hurricane, they canceled school. Tropical storms, sometimes they didn't even cancel school for tropical storms. So I'm like, this is just a thunderstorm that they're saying is going to be bad. How bad is this going to be? I'm freaking out a little bit, especially because I checked the app this morning and they're saying rain's going to start around 1. So like the front line is going to blow through at 1. Guess what time we have to leave our house to head to the doctor? 1:30. Okay. Just driving through a horrible storm apparently. They were saying wind gusts, they could be anywhere from 35 miles an hour to 70. 70. Sorry, what? So they're also calling for tornadoes. So that's another big storm anxiety that I have, is tornadoes. I feel like living in Kansas made my storm anxiety of tornadoes worse. With the sirens and stuff, a little PTSD. We don't have sirens here. Now they have these things, again, I don't know if this is just our city or what, but our city has this thing where they can send an alert to your phone and it just bypasses all of your like silences and all of that. And it's like essentially the sirens in Kansas, but it's just your phone and it tells you. And it's like by neighborhood, so it can get really specific. So like one time there was a storm coming through and Alicia lives about 6 miles away from me here at our rental. And me, her, and our other friend Jay have a group chat and we were all talking in it. Jay lives quite a ways from us, but she was updating us because the storm was passing by her first, this past storm. And Alicia got an alert to her phone about a tornado. I did not, because the tornado was by her, not by me, or the potential tornado. So just watching the wind in the back. Come with us on this wild adventure today of going to the doctor in a storm that has canceled schools and might have 70-mile-per-hour winds. Yay. Okay, so I just went through my pen book really quick and just like visually looked at pens that in my head I'm like, oop, that's either become popular or I need to recheck the price on. And very exciting. I found two pens. I found a couple pens that decreased in value, but I found two pens that highly increased in value. So I found a pen that was worth $50 a couple months ago. It's now at $200, which I'm like, amazing. And then I found another pen that was worth $20, which is now at $50. So both of those got bumped up, and my pen book is ready to go. I went ahead and put both of Macari accounts, my personal Macari account and Bibbidi Bobbidi Babe's Macari account, which is what we sell our pens on vacation mode. So no one else can buy anything from now until we get back from our trip. Luca's down for his first nap, and I went ahead and got dressed. I took my shower before he went down for his nap so I could like do my hair really quick, which I just like re-straightened a couple bang pieces, and I'm pretty much like, I'm ready to go. I've kind of like given up on wearing makeup unless it's a event or something. I'm kind of just like in the mode of I wish that my eyelashes weren't pin straight so you could see them, and I wish they were a little darker, but I have had a lash lift before, and I liked it, but I didn't like the process of it. The process of it was kind of a lot. You had to keep your eyes shut the whole time, and it took a little while. That was like probably two or more years ago when I got that done, and I was like, it was cool and all, but will I probably do it again? No. So, hi buddy. This is Nico. So, the weather has been pushed off by another hour. They're expecting it now to come at 2. So I don't know if the storm is slowing down, which is not good, but Pensacola is already getting tornadoes, so still a little stressed about that. But that's pretty much an update of what we're doing here. Oh, exciting. So I went through my clothes a little bit, and I packed up some clothes that did not fit. Mainly, like, I got rid of a bunch of clothes that didn't fit, but there were some jeans that I couldn't fit into anymore, and I was like, I really like these jeans, and I'm just gonna hold on to them because, like, one day they may fit. So all of a sudden I feel like my hips are starting to move back into place, and I've lost some weight, like some more weight recently that I wasn't really like expecting to lose. I haven't weighed myself, but I know that by looking at my body and how I'm fitting in some of my other jeans that I definitely have lost weight. So this morning after my shower, I went in my room and I got down the bag of clothes that were like too small about 6 months ago or so maybe, and got out my favorite pair of jeans from in there and tried them on, and guess what? They fit again comfortably, which is kind of wild because even before I was pregnant, these were a little tight on me, and now they're not really tight at all. They're a little tight in the thighs, but they're not tight in the waist. It's very weird, but I'm very excited because I was wearing a pair of jeans that were the only jeans that fit me after birth, after I gave birth, and I've been wearing that pair of jeans over and over again because I refuse to buy jeans. Jeans are so expensive these days. And I wore them on New Year's, and they were falling off of me, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I was like, I need to get down those other jeans. So very excited. I have another pair of jeans I want to try on, but Luca was like, you can try on one pair of jeans, and that's as much as I'll put up with. So I'm back in them. Very excited. I'm manifesting that he is going to sleep his full nap, because it's looking like the way that his naps got generated by the app today, that his second nap is going to be very close to overlapping with our appointment. So he may only get one nap today, which is going to be hard. But we're going to have to do it. So
push it on Daddy's pants. That's going to dry it off of Daddy's pants.
oh. Is that it or the other one? So I'm curious how this oh, I wonder if you're gonna be able to hear me over the rain. Curious how this phone holder is gonna work while driving. So we're testing it out. But exciting news. Luca's, all of his stuff is stable, so no change there, which is what we were hoping for. So very, very happy about that. They want us to do another MRI in 3 months, so closer to that time they'll call and schedule that out for us with a follow-up. But other than that, that storm that I was talking about is starting to roll through now, so I still think we're in the beginning of it, but it also may have lost some strength by the time that it got to us, so we'll see. Hopefully this isn't as bad as it gets. But Kevin's home from work now, so we're gonna head home, and hopefully Luca's gonna take a nap on the way home, because he skipped his second nap with this appointment. So we got home just in time for a tornado warning. They're letting it expire, but just in time. Okay, so while Kevin has Luca and is chilling with him, I told Alicia I was gonna make us a little dessert for the trip. So I figured I could go ahead and get at least this part made, and then I can, what time is it? 5:30? Oh, I could probably knock it all out tonight. So I made these for New Year's Day for my family. I used to make them all the time, and I feel like I maybe have made them before, like on a cooking vlog, but they need to be back on the channel. So they're very simple. I'm also sorry, I choked on some Sprite a little while ago, so my throat's all weird and like messed up right now. But you're gonna take Oreos. I have to see how many I have. Hold on. So it's typically 18 Oreos for a half of a brick of cream cheese is how the consistency goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this whole Oreo pack, which is, I think 23 I just said. So I'm going to put them in my lovely KitchenAid food processor, which I just got and I'm obsessed with. And then we're gonna food process these Oreos, and then I'll show you the next step. Also, you can do any flavor. I did both of these flavors for any Oreo flavor works. I did both of these flavors for New Year's Day. So the regular Oreos are my favorite, but I've also done the chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos and made basically chocolate peanut butter pie Oreo truffle balls, which is what this makes, Oreo truffles. They're so good and they're so easy and everybody loves them. And you may think that like this doesn't actually make that many, but they're so rich and dense that you don't need that many to like get your hankering going. Let's chop the Oreos. If you don't have a food processor, how I used to make them, which was a pain in the ass, was I put them in a giant gallon Ziploc bag and then beat the shit out of it. So, all right. So you want it in a pretty like finely pureed, not pureed. I keep saying pureed, but in like a dirt consistency. That's what you're looking for. Pop this bad boy back on. Perfect. This thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. So good. And it's so easy to clean too. 10 out of 10. The only thing I haven't figured out how to do is open the top without taking the top off. It looks like there's a way to do it. There's like a hinge right here. So I think this black piece flips up. But I just slide it off because it's quicker, I believe. Also because I don't know how to do it. So the booklet didn't really explain it. Anyhow, that's all of my chocolate original Oreos. I'm going to take my cream cheese and put it in the microwave and just kind of like melt it down a little bit. Not like super melty like liquid, but like soften it. So because I did a couple extra Oreos, I added a little bit of extra cream cheese. So mine's more like a brick and an eighth. Or I'm sorry, a half a brick and an eighth. That makes sense in my head. So anyhow, I'm going to now pop this in the microwave for like 20 seconds. Make sure it's good and then stir it and then do 10-second intervals until I feel like it's the right consistency or like soft enough. 20 seconds. Forgot what I was doing. It's fine. Alright. Yeah, not quite there yet. Keep making it. It's the Sprite that choked me earlier. Oh, forgot what I was doing. Bro. On brain. Okay, well, this is the perfect consistency anyhow, so forgetting what I was doing worked. But this is kind of like the consistency you want it. Kind of like an icing consistency. Like icing. All right, so now you're going to take what I like to do is I like to get a spatula and I like to use like a stiff spatula. So I've seen people do this before and they use their hands. I'm not really about that life. So you're just gonna drop this in. Make sure you get all of it. All right, hopefully you guys are gonna be able to see this. Am I recording? Because now I have like PTSD of not recording. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna take my stiff spatula and I'm gonna start like smushing the cookie into the cream cheese. And you're just gonna keep working this until all of the cookie has been coated in the cream cheese. So this is gonna take a little bit of time. Ow. It's gonna take a little bit of time to mix it. You know, if you have a better idea of how you can incorporate it, go ahead, do that. Like I said, some people use their hands, but I just like the spatula better. Let's incorporating pretty quickly. So it's going to turn into this like, this kind of consistency, like almost a dough, like a cookie dough. All right, that didn't take too long. Just want to make sure that there's no chunks of cream cheese. All of it is incorporated, which it looks like it is. All right. So yeah, this is the consistency that you want this to be, like a dough. Perfect. So now you're going to get a large baking sheet and wax paper and lay the wax paper on the baking sheet. After you have your wax paper on your baking sheet, you're just going to roll like 1-inch balls and lay them down. All right. So this is what they're looking like after I've rolled them into balls. They don't have to be perfect. They just can't be touching. So the next step is chocolate chips. And I probably have just enough to do this recipe. I use semi-sweet minis because they're easier to melt. The minis, I mean the size. So you're gonna do the same thing you did for the cream cheese in the microwave. You're gonna pop them in there for like 20-30 seconds and then 10-second intervals after that until it's nicely melted. All right, so we're gonna pop these in a microwave safe bowl. I just washed it, the same one that we used for our cream cheese. And then we're gonna melt these. Once your chocolate is melted, wow, we are very close and personal. Once your chocolate's melted, you're going to do a like, so you can dunk them if you want, but I just kind of like do a little dollop on the top of all of them so you get a little chocolate piece in or on your ball. All right, so this is them with their chocolate dolloped on them. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be pretty. It could just be a bloop, bloop, bloop. Or if you want to not do as much chocolate, you could just kind of like across the top of it and do like little thin lines. You know, it's up to you. You could dunk the whole thing if you want. That seems a little excessive to me. I just like a little dollop, but it's up to you. You also can use any kind of like chocolate chip that you like. So I also... Wow, that is a very loud truck that is going by our house. I also picked up some peanut butter ones, these, but I didn't use them. The Reese's peanut butter chips. I picked those up to use for the peanut butter ones that I made for my aunt's house for New Year's Day, but I didn't end up using them. I will probably end up making like pancakes or something, like peanut butter pancakes for myself with those later down the road. But and now you just pop those in the fridge for a couple hours, and then once they kind of like harden up, you can put them in a airtight container, like a sealed container, and they're ready to go. You just want to keep them refrigerated. Like if you're going to take them to a party, like you can bring them out dessert time. Don't just leave them out on the counter, because since they are cream cheese, they will melt. So all right, in the fridge they go, and we will see them in a couple hours. So it's 6:30 now. I'm actually gonna let those sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll put them, you can also put them in a Ziploc bag, which I think what I'm gonna do. So I'm not toting like other stuff, like containers with me out of town.